brushing against the steel tracks of the Union Pacific Railroad. A lone coyote cried somewhere to the west, its voice swallowed by the endless dark. It was 1877, and on this lonely stretch near Big Springs, Nebraska, a train loaded with gold and cash was running behind schedule, a small detail that would echo through history. Sam Bass adjusted the brim of his hat and studied the horizon. The moonlight caught the sharp line of his jaw, the dust on his coat, and the glint of a Colt revolver at his hip. Behind him, 5 men waited, grimy, silent silhouettes among the cottonwoods. They were known in whispers as the Black Hills Bandits. "Train's late," murmured Jack Davis, the youngest of them, barely 20 and already hunted in 3 territories. Sam didn't answer. He crouched, touched the cold rail, and felt the faint vibration of the approaching engine. "She's coming," he said quietly. "Get ready, boys. Once she slows for water, we make our move, quick and quiet." The men melted into position. Each knew his part. Each had dreamed of this moment through years of dusty trails and empty pockets. The target? The Union Pacific Express No. 4, carrying payroll gold from the Black Hills mines, rumored to be over $60,000 in freshly minted coins. Time stretched thin. Crickets stopped singing. Then came the faint whistle, long and mournful, cutting through the still night. The bandits watched as a lantern appeared far down the track, growing into the fiery eye of the locomotive. The train groaned as it neared the Big Springs water stop. Steam hissed, sparks flew from the stack. When it slowed, Sam gave a sharp nod. Shadows moved. In seconds, they were on the cars, boots scraping steel, revolvers drawn. Davis swung himself onto the tender, landing behind the startled fireman. "Don't move," he hissed, pressing cold metal to the man's ribs. Sam climbed into the cab, his voice calm but deadly. "Easy now, gents. Keep her steady. Nobody gets hurt if you mind your manners." The engineer froze, wide-eyed, as the outlaws took control. "We're just here for the company's gold," Sam said, "not a penny of yours." He tossed a burlap sack toward the man. "You'll fill it soon enough." Outside, the others detached the express car, uncoupling it from the passenger coaches. The engine wheezed, the air thick with coal smoke and fear. Sam signaled with a gloved hand, and they rolled the short section of train down the track, far enough that no one aboard the passenger cars would hear what came next. Inside the express car, the messenger, a tough ex-soldier named Jim Barrett, heard the commotion and grabbed his shotgun. Before he could aim, the door burst open. A lantern flared, throwing light over masked faces. "Drop it, friend," said Bass evenly. "Ain't worth dying for other men's money." Barrett hesitated, jaw set. Then he lowered the gun. 2 of the bandits tied him up, while another cracked open the iron safe. It yielded little, just packages of mail and a few $100s. "That can't be it," muttered Seaborn Barnes, Bass's closest ally. "The gold's supposed to be here." Sam studied the floorboards, then smiled faintly. "Waysafe's light. Try the local one." They found it, a smaller box hidden beneath crates. When the crowbar bit through the lock, gold and coins spilled out like sunlight. For a heartbeat, every man froze, staring at the fortune that glittered before them. They filled the sacks until their arms ached. Paper bills followed, bundles of crisp notes bound in twine. By the time they were done, the floor looked like it had been gutted. Barrett stared, speechless, as they worked with mechanical calm. When the last bag was tied, Sam turned to him. "You've been decent. Sit tight till we're gone." He tipped his hat, a gesture oddly polite for a robber. "No harm meant, as long as you remember our faces in the dark." The outlaws vanished into the night with the gold loaded on fresh horses tethered nearby. Behind them, the train stood silent except for the hiss of cooling steam. They rode south, the wind at their backs, cutting across the open prairie under a canopy of stars. For hours, no one spoke. The thrill of success beat in their veins. $60,000 was more than any of them had ever imagined. At dawn, they reached a dry creek bed and made camp. The men laughed for the first time, giddy and disbelieving. Davis tossed a gold coin into the air and caught it. "We're rich, boys, richer than the railroad president himself." Bass only smiled faintly. "Don't spend it in one saloon," he said. "Gold's heavy. It draws eyes and bullets both." Barnes crouched beside him. "What's next, Sam? Mexico?" "Maybe," Bass said. He gazed eastward, where the rising sun painted the land blood red. "Or maybe we vanish right here. The plains got room for ghosts." Back at Big Springs, it took nearly an hour for the passengers to realize what had happened. When they did, chaos erupted. Word spread like wildfire. Train robbed, gold stolen. Within hours, telegram wires crackled from Nebraska to Kansas. The Union Pacific placed a $10,000 bounty on the bandits. Lawmen, bounty hunters, and ex-soldiers formed posses across the territories. Sheriff William Kendig, a relentless man with a gray mustache and a Sharps rifle, swore he'd bring Bass in, dead or breathing his last. Posters went up in every town. Wanted, Sam Bass and Associates, armed and dangerous. Meanwhile, in their hidden camp, the bandits buried most of the gold beneath a twisted cottonwood. They marked the spot with 3 stones, a secret only they knew. Each kept a small pouch for himself. For a few days, the prairie was kind to them. They hunted rabbits, told jokes, and dreamed of the coast. But rumors travel faster than horses, and soon riders were seen on distant ridges. Dust clouds in the west. The chase had begun. Bass cleaned his revolver as dusk settled. Barnes approached, eyes dark. "They'll be comin', Sam." "I know," Bass said quietly. "Always do." He looked at the horizon, where the sun bled into the earth. "We made history tonight. Question is, how long history lets us keep it?"